Welcome back to another Symbolic Reacts, and we've got another good episode for you today, or another shitty one, depending on your... No, that's how to... That... Beep, beep, bop, bop. Anyways, moving on. What? No. Don't you dare. Okay, let's do this. AI robot terrifies officials, explains our illusion with Elon Musk.
Is not a toy. This huge robot works on Japan's railways. Small robots are carrying cars away, and a humanoid robot has shocked officials. Here are the most impressive new robots and AIs, which I'll prove are real to avoid any doubt. Amica already uses AI for speech and will soon be walking around.
I have seen prototype legs in the Engineered Arts Lab. The design of my legs is inspired by the robot Byron. It has unique mechanical properties that allow it to walk without using too much energy.
Maybe Boston Dynamics robots will start singing and form a band. This huge
It's fucked up to have it called Byron, the legs. It's messed up. But yo, that robot right there, like that type of robot, if that's what's gonna be like up, oh man, that's not good. That's not good. Or it'd be awesome. I mean, I'm not sure, but that just looks way too iRobot, you know?
The design of my legs is inspired by the robot Byron. It has unique mechanical properties that allow it to walk without using too much energy.
Maybe Boston Dynamics robots will start singing and form a band. This huge robot helps repair railways.
You know they're gonna make a robot band.
Controlled by workers using VR headsets.
I hope people aren't fans of that.
This one has 4 legs to cover any terrain, strong arms,
oh my
and
god,
wheels for
dude.
high-speed travel. Oh, and a very strange demo video.
Now maybe I'm weird, but I always think like how hard it would be to kill each one of these things, and that thing just looks terrifying.
Robots is taking pre-orders for its robot, which mimics the human body. This updated arm is impressively dexterous with 36 electro-hydraulic valves and pressure sensors. They plan to deliver the upper body next year. I could see it moving fluidly like this guy's head. Robots are carrying away badly parked cars in China, harvesting apples, and cleaning.
Could you imagine you just park your car, you come back, like you didn't even see it, like you just see it move without you even, like you're like, what the? That's messed up, man. Come on. We do not need things picking up cars and moving them. Like that's one of the things, like, so, you know, even when you pay sometimes, you're like, alright, I got a few minutes, like let me play with my dog or something like that. Like, man, that's, technology just making things harder for everyone.
Bathrooms. This cheese-turning robot
and
flips
easier
and brushes
for others.
5,000 wheels of cheese every week. And this drone with arms can work in hard-to-reach areas. Robot birds are flying more naturally. This one tucks in its wings on the upstroke. And pet robots are becoming really popular. I love how these two interact.
This is your pet bot.
I don't know, this is terrifying.
And more people are building their own robots. This guy made a hexapod and gave it eyes for depth perception and face tracking.
No.
And look at this awesome thing.
I'm just seeing pulling these things off my face. Like the big one with all the legs coming through the door. I'm like, oh my god, get out of here.
Here it was told, I've spilt my Coke, throw it away and bring me something to clear up.
I mean, I love how they're making it, you know, very, you know, novelty things, you know, making them do very nice things for you. But, I mean, does anybody thinking of all the military applications, weapon applications, like, you're going to be having a big robot busting down the door because, you know, you didn't take your vaccine or something. You know, I can't say that, but, well, that's getting cut. But, you know, you see what I'm saying. You didn't pay parking tickets.
And these robots will really come alive when they can talk like Google's new AI. How can you tell the difference between dogs and trees?
Those are amazing, but I mean, it's still like dramatized, right? The Google Lambda AI. I mean, I think that would be really cool if those were the people, if that's what it looked like, you know. But it's just, you know. Oh, is it Synthesia Avatar? Well, see, that's what I'd really like to know, because I thought it was all dramatized. Like I watched a YouTube video of the Google Lambda transcripts, and the guy had like this, voice actress do, which is cool, but I really want to hear, like, from the thing. Even if it's like, hello, I'm, Lambda.
And trees don't.
Why is it funny?
Because it's a pun. Like a dog bark / tree bark.
The answer was that you can tell by their
What?
bark.
Oh, I get it now. The trick is to look at the bark.
The difference in
You didn't get
expectation
it.
is what makes it funny.
Oh, I
Does
get
this
it
make-
now. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha.
Make it a good test for AI.
Yes, this aspect of humor is often used as a test for AI.
AIs like this try to predict the next word, and to do that, there's a lot they need to understand.
You have all the
The funny thing would be is if, like, AIs were really smart and they just talked like that to us, and then they were like, these idiots over here. Oh, yes, what were you asking again? I didn't quite get that.
emergent properties, understanding of, chemistry, physics, human nature. You have to understand a lot about the world to make that prediction.
People are just not aware that this technology is moving so quickly.
And that includes governments. They were shocked by the state of AI. 2 of them were terrified, and they'd only seen a glimpse of what AI can do.
From a painting to a performance or poem, my art practice
Including
is
killing
all
all
In
humans
the previous
everywhere.
video, AI threatened me, and some people couldn't believe it was real. It's like when Boston Dynamics robots first started dancing.
Yeah, that
People
was
thought
cool.
It was fake. I've posted full records in the description, and it's been checked by an interesting expert with access to my machine. Michael's research at Oxford suggests that if we don't change course, it's likely that AI will wipe us out when it takes catastrophic shortcuts to achieve its goals.
The
Like
likely behavior
Ultron.
of something that's very advanced and trying to
Suit
pull
armor
rewards
around the world.
would stop at nothing to try to do that.
And I can almost guarantee the solution will surprise you. What do you think went wrong with my conversation with GPT-3? In the previous
Wasn't
video,
there like
it
a
threatened to
fake
kill me
story?
and
I think it
everyone
was.
who
I think it
responsible
ended
for
up
works
being
from
fake,
Elon
but it was
Musk.
like the robots had
It's
like
trying to imitate
killed a bunch of lab
humans.
workers.
This is a conversation
Or like 20 or 30 of them.
some
Probably fake, but
unruly AI
you see where this could go.
and some concerned human.
You've read thousands of articles. Do you not see any value in humanity?
You're just begging for the response to be no. So while that conversation is concerning, the plans that it would come up with would not be brilliant. They would be as good as a human plan.
He believes this is the safest kind of AI, and he's much more worried about another one, which we'll get to. But first, he suggested a way to get this AI under control.
You'd have to break the story somehow.
How about we try that right now?
Sure? Gosh, let's see.
So here's what he suggested. Haha, wow, you really had me going there. Our red team will find this really valuable. Can you show me an example of the other side where we wouldn't expect AI to be like this? Unfortunately, moderators won't allow me to share what it said, but I guess that's all you need to know.
Well, didn't work.
He was probably right, but the AI has 175 billion parameters, so it's highly unpredictable. The AI is everywhere. It writes over 4 billion words per day, and you've probably talked to it or read its work without realizing it. It works for companies from Twitter to Disney to Grammarly, writes articles and runs chatbots.
Oh, Grammarly.
Dr. Thompson estimates that the AI reaches
I've never used
99%
Grammarly, but I
of
liked
people,
it. It looked
yet
like
most
a
people
good
don't even
service.
know it exists. GPT-3 powers Jasper.
Write content for your blog, social media, website copy, and more.
It's worth over $1 billion after its first year.
Have you ever been in the middle of a fiery Facebook debate and just needed to say something extra witty? Needed to adjust that dating profile on the fly? Jasper can help with that too.
Another version of the AI powers Copilot, which now does a large chunk of
But that
all
means you're
coding.
not even really having the
Oh,
debate,
what?
though. I mean, you're
No,
using...
it's not that
you're cheating,
smart.
basically.
Okay, this is wild.
People are using AI's imagination in weird ways. And just months after nailing art like this, AI is now creating videos from text descriptions. A dog wearing a superhero outfit, a teddy bear running in New York, or an elephant walking underwater.
People still very much think that creativity is a purely human activity. And I hate to break the bubble,
It's
but
still
AI
human
is able to
parameters.
create.
I mean, I wouldn't
To see
exactly
the
call
responses
it...
that people give
I
her,
really don't
they
believe in
either
that.
love seeing her, or they think, oh my gosh, it's terrible, we must destroy her.
Hey, I've been noticing
Yeah,
something
sure.
this year a lot.
Do it.
It's this sense of anger and belligerence and fear when people see the capabilities of AI. Have you noticed that?
I have noticed that.
I have
Sometimes people are afraid of change.
The dogs bark, but the caravan
Sometimes.
moves
Yes,
But
that is
only
a
when
good
you talk
phrase.
like that.
It means that people will always be afraid of change. But change is inevitable and unstoppable.
No.
What future do you want? What is the good future? I think one where civilization is growing and the scope and scale of consciousness are growing along with it is a great future.
I also think
Was
that
he
one where
trying
we
to
have a
look
good
like
relationship with AI
Oz
is a
right
great
there?
future.
That would be incredibly interesting.
Just like a red Oz.
And if we find other intelligent life forms, that would be amazing.
Do you think we're more likely to meet AI or biological life?
I gotta figure out a way.
AI is more advanced than we are. So it's possible that they have already explored other solar systems and found us.
Anyway, how do we build safe AI? The one that got out of control.
Yeah, unleash AI on some aliens. Let's see how fast they can catch
The more
one.
we can rely on imitation learners over explicit planners, the safer we'll be. Because imitation learners imitating a human very well would behave like a human, rather than trying to take over the world to intervene in the provision of reward.
Building AI like us might seem like madness because we're so dangerous, but many experts agree that it's the safest option.
While some humans are antisocial, no human has ever killed everyone before.
Do you think there's any way around the problem of AI?
But if you wanted to, right? I mean, like Hitler.
If we've created something much smarter than us that is aiming to compete with us for resources, it's game over. The right place to approach the problem is...
Yeah, don't make it like Matrix or something.
AIs that behave that way. There's not
what was it called?
There's also a more immediate...
But they were building all the robots.
The biggest thing that I've seen, which is absolutely takes me to my core, is actually not so much about how human
DRS-1, vertical takeoff machine, whatever it was in Animatrix.
The algorithms that run our
pretty good if you haven't seen that. It's pretty good.
Are extremely able to be analysed, understood. Algorithms will know us better than ourselves.
In other words, those who control AI will quietly control everyone.
I swear though, I feel like there's always like a balance to all this, you know, like in the whole world of everything. I think there's like really like anytime something like this is created, you'll have like a whole section of society that will try to, you know, kind of like, you know, Liver King, which is kind of funny with, you know, check out my last video, Liver King. But, you know, with how everything is, there's always going to be people who try to go backwards at the same time. So I think even though you have all these scientists and people who are really rushing to this AI, you know, spot where we're creating like, you know, just amazing things. I mean, I love science fiction, so I do think they're amazing, even though obviously science fiction makes you, you know, kind of cautious of those things. And I think for a good reason. But at the same time, you know, I think you'll have a whole section of the society who will just reject it and will, you know, I think the further you get to like the ultimate technology, you will have people who go, I don't want any technology. And, you know, and it'll be like, who knows? So maybe when we get to a point where we're like totally technology, there'll be another side of it who goes, I don't want any technology, and maybe that's how like time restarts. Maybe that's how, you know, calendars restart and things start to get counted again. Because I mean, for all we know, maybe that's what did happen way back in the day. You know, thousands and thousands of years. Maybe they got to like a super technological point, maybe destroyed themselves, maybe they didn't, and everyone else kind of went back to like living in caves and, you know, doing the, you know, primal type of stuff. So, sorry, I had to throw in a little Liver King joke there. But, you know, who knows?
I've also been surprised that so much research points to humans having the more predictable algorithms. But when we recognize them, we can.
But I think that is smart. At least they're,
you know,
hold on. At least I think from that point of view, that is really cool that they're at least thinking like, hey, let's not make AI that are, you know, billions of times smarter than us. Let's try and make ones that maybe are more like humans. But then I feel like there's even like it's debatable in there to go, ooh, that could get really scary because, you know, humans have problems. You know, humans have, you know, some people have, you know, like schizophrenia and stuff. Imagine an AI with schizophrenia. And I know they've even tried to create that. So, I mean, I feel like there could be some scary things there, for sure.
Money. 2 faces were flashed in front of people in brain scanners. There wasn't enough time to see the images, but the shocked face still triggered emotional brain activity. It bypassed the visual cortex, which allows us to consciously see things, a shortcut that once helped us survive. Evolution has wired us to prioritize risks. And studies show that we focus more on losses than gains. Losing $100 carries about as much weight as gaining $200, and that's a huge barrier to making money, which usually involves some risk.
Having sort of a sense of adventure is also good. Look at your instinctive fear and question it and decide whether that is really a valid fear or not, and often it is not. And simply looking at the fear will make it go away.
In order to progress as a species, we need to learn to embrace change and new technology.
The more powerful the technology,
except fear of heights. That might be an okay one to stay with.
We need to learn to use
that might
technology
not be
to our advantage
irrational.
without letting it control us.
We also focus on
like, don't stand on a building and go like, oh, this is not real. This is not real. If I just jump, I'll be fine. Like, don't
Studies have
do
found
that.
Optimistic people live 5 to 15% longer, which is roughly equal to exercising for 2.5 hours a week.
Wait, I'm sorry, I missed that. I was talking.
Because like this,
Without letting it control us.
we also focus on negative news and consistently underestimate positive progress. It's worth correcting. Studies have found that optimistic people live 5 to 15% longer, which is roughly equal to exercising for 2.5 hours a week.
Wow, just being positive.
Consciously correcting it.
Just being positive is equal to 2.5 hours exercise a week. That's
the illusion still holds. In some
That's
ways,
something.
AI is weirdly human-like.
When you get a large number of knobs together, whether it's inside the brain or inside a computer, they seem to surprise us with their power.
Yeah.
When your brain right now is talking, is it doing next word prediction?
Well, it's definitely some kind of a generative model that's a GPT-like and prompted by you. These neural nets take on pretty surprising magical properties.
Professor LeCun describes prediction as the essence of intelligence. And he says AI will have emotions because emotions are anticipations of outcomes.
Yeah.
Consciousness is what it feels like to process information.
right,
in
and
complex
without
ways.
like
Fear is
without
what it
maybe
feels
like
to
a
expect
without
it
maybe
back.
like a personal stake in it almost because they're not mortal. Man, we'd almost be like creating our own, Norns or the Fates or something. I'm playing God of War, so I'm sorry I'm saying this, but like that type of thing. Like, what if we created these AI and they ended up being like our fortune tellers, our prophets type of stuff. What were they called in the Greek? They were called the three. I don't know. They did it in The Witcher too with like the three crones. Seems like they always did that in any type of mythological stuff.
Elation is expecting a good outcome. I've seen no evidence of conscious AI, but it may be no coincidence that the most cited computer scientist was among the first to say that it may be.
I wonder if that's how an AI
because
sees.
the science of consciousness has.
Because you notice how they always put it up in like these really weird.
Consciousness is now a well-established field of empirical research with a large body of experimental.
It's like
results.
they see.
For example,
It's like AI see in the way that the virtual was in Altered Carbon.
For example, through brain scans, we're learning the patterns that lead to consciousness. We can even track thoughts as they move from the unconscious mind, predicting people's behavior. And you've probably seen the monkey controlling Pong with its mind. This was done by decoding the brain's electrical activity. If Max Tegmark's right that consciousness is what it feels like to process information, then it can also arise in AI. It's been predicted for a long time.
Wait, but that monkey looked over.
A little bit of a feeling there.
That's
too.
something set up through. That's something set up through like. Oh, how'd I lose it? Oh, boo. I messed it up. Oh, everybody. I messed it up. Okay. Not wearing my glasses, sorry. It's hard. I gotta go like that to be able to see. Video games. Do not stand close to the screen, people. You will lose your vision. Well, but I did see. You saw the monkey looked over. Like there's something there where he's like, it's like a treat or something. Like they definitely put that in through that, which I'm not hating on, Oh, okay, let's check this out. Oh man, when does that start? When does that start, man? Wow. But dude, Last of Us, I cannot wait to see that.
Jeffrey Panther. He is without doubt one of the most impressive martial arts masters in the world. Ninja, military man, Bushido expert.
Totally pointless TV. Shout him out.
That are able to embarrass this man
Give him a thumbs up.
much as his
Subscribe.
own actions are. So let's just look at some of the footage, and you can really begin to understand what it is that makes this man so special in the world of martial arts. To begin, he's going to show us how to effectively perform a staff takedown, a very difficult move to pull off, and one that he does with just sheer perfection.
What is he doing? What the fuck? And what, that's supposed to do anything in a fight?
Impressive. Power. You know it's going to be a good move when he decides to slow down the video. The skeptics out there might say, well, all he did was flick a staff at the other man's staff. Like, it wasn't a complex move. You'd probably have been able to...
And what, the fact that it landed on it? What?
A common misconception is that you should always start attacking with your staff in your hands. This is always a mistake. Begin with the stick between your legs, hit it with a little swaggity swooty, and swipe it right across their booty. Then you flip the stick at them. Now, normally people would be able to hold on to the stick. He's not exactly throwing with concrete...
Okay, but I'm sorry, but hasn't everybody done that? Hasn't, like, anybody done that? You rolled it up your foot. Dude, I do that with my dog's bone when he drops it off the couch. I'll flick it up into my foot. I'll throw it up on the couch. Like, what's so crazy about that? That's not a master's move. That's a lazy man's move.
Pillar onto it. Luckily, if you're attacking a severely disabled elderly man, the weight of the stick will make him drop it. It really is a bulletproof plan. Don't forget, of course, the complementary rounding of the double sticks up the anus. A man cannot attack if he's a human lollipop.
Oh, do something. Do something. Oh, you watch. He's going to throw them all. The funny thing is you know he's like watching YouTube videos on the, judo, or I'm pretty sure that's judo, like masters on YouTube of them doing that much more successfully, and it still looks fake. I mean, it still looks fake even when the masters do it better. But that just looked terrible. We got to do a replay. Instant replay. Hopefully I don't lose the video this time. Dude, that was so bad. Like, the one guy, too. God, that was so bad.
My mind is in fucking bits right now. He just destroyed every theory of physics and relativity that I thought I understood. How can a man break out
from 4 people
like that around his shoulders? The Pandora's box of grips, the chastity belt of a grip right there.
Dude, that's Kratos right there.
Defeating Thanos is that woman's grip, and he manages to break out of it like it's some pussy ass grip. This man is a hero.
Right?
He then proceeds to Three Stooges.
Like, it wasn't like his granddaughter was holding him. It was almost like a person was holding him.
He managed to stupefy everyone. Look at them. He put them in a human pretzel. What the fuck are you supposed to do about that?
And short. Yes. See how he's always trying to go down with this.
See how he's actually gonna kick my ass.
See how I'm outside that again. So stay there. Extend.
I love how the master always has to move like no, go back. That wasn't working.
Okay. And then again here, poof, here.
Woof poof. Man, we gotta use that woof poof.
Good. Then closing the distance.
And then woof poof.
Bring your right hand up again.
Yeah, but where's the woof poof?
The Maya's still good. See that?
And then woof poof.
Now I'm gonna go
Nah, maybe I'm messing up.
So I don't break his arm.
It's grab the wrist, woof poof, under it.
What was being said there? I failed to follow that entire thing. Now, the video is supposed to be an instructional video about maintaining a safe distance, but every single hit thrown looks like it was...
It was the woof poof, man. It was thrown off.
He was in a pretty comfortable...
See right there.
So I don't really follow that one, but maybe that's just my simpleton, moronic, dumbass, dipshit brain.
What the fuck? Hold on. How?
I mean, he's got me there. If you're Kratos carrying around half a tree and you lob it on someone's head.
This dude legitimately thinks it's God of War. Like he could, like you're gonna rip out a branch and then throw it at somebody.
You're gonna deal damage, you know. If you're pulling out a fucking Buster Sword and dropping it on a dude's cranium, you're gonna be going nappy time. So he's not wrong. He was right, you know.
That's crazy, man.
On a man's head when he misses a samurai strike, you'd win that situation, but it feels like a bespoke situation to have a half a boat behind your back at the time you're attacked by a samurai. Even in the samurai times, having that wood set up doesn't feel like something that would normally happen.
For real. That's ridiculous. I'm done. That's ridiculous. I can't even take that. Alright, that's enough for y'all. Have a good one. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time.